We are back live for tonight's Facebook record sale. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. That's right. Let's see here. Where's our logo? Oh, our logo is embedded, isn't it? What else do we have up here? Audio input capture, logo, video capture. Sold and sold. I wish I had all those cool buttons. What does that message say? Can you pull it up where I can? Okay. Well, that means I won't be able to go. Okay. All right. Sorry, I was working on something right before we went live, talking to somebody, but I think I got it figured out. Let me do as a final look. Give me 1 second. Let's do some more crate condensing here. Crate condensing, crate condensing, crate condensing. I think this was the first crate we went through. Did Patty Anderson Williams not want Eddie Rabbit either? Did she put this back too? I think Patty Anderson Williams wants that. Okay. Yeah. I'm almost caught up listing my new arrivals. Okay, so Craig asked about Neutral Milk Hotel again. Let me find that for Craig. All right, so Neutral Milk Hotel. Very nice. Don't see a mark on that side. Couple scuffs. Looks like what I call sleeve scuffs. This is probably a thicker stock paper. Yeah. It's just got some sleeve scuffs from the thick cardstock paper it's stored in. But very nice, though. All right, I want to go through this crate one more time. Give me 1 second on the Evelyn, because I'm going to recap this anything. How much did the TW go for? What was TW? I have to refresh my memory on that. There's some great records here. Let me let everybody get on first. Okay, we just had an offer on Neutral Milk Hotel. Let me find that. What have I done with it? Boy, sometimes records get put back in the bins and they ploop, disappear. Alrighty, well, let's just go from here. There it is. Sell that to Craig Thomas for $65. Craig, that is sold to you. I'll let a few more people get on. I'm going to go ahead and put these white stripes back in here. This crate is not wanting to be kind right now. These are slipping and sliding. You got to balance them just right. Now they're balanced. Let me put that back in there. Traveling Wilburys, that was a, I guess you threw me off asking what it went for. That was a buy it now. That was $65. That was $65. That was already sold. Okay, let me plug this up. Eric Carr, Rockology. Crystal, that album was released as a Record Store Day only release, which means you have to be a Record Store Day participating, Record Store Day participator, and we are not. So the only way you can get that record right now, it is sold out at almost every store. They're on eBay and Discogs for really crazy prices, that Eric Carr record. So we don't have it. We never did get it because we're not a Record Store Day store. But if you didn't get one already that day at Sticker, I've heard they're quite expensive. So you might Might want to look into maybe, hopefully, reaching out to some stores to see if they still have one. Otherwise, it's all gone. How much for Pearl Bailey from last bin of part 1? Pearl Bailey from last bin of part 1. That is right here. That is $9.99. Josh, who just asked that? Josh Holloman. Is Sparkle Horse from part 1 still available? Yes. Let's go through these one more time. Or actually, this is a recap. So, yeah, Macho Man is really expensive. They only made 1,000 of those. Okay, here we go. This is the Averitt Brothers, Four Thieves Gone. This is $429.99. The Averitt Brothers, $429.99. I repeat, $430. That's the Robinsonville Sessions, Four Thieves Gone. White Stripes is sealed, $149.99. That is 2012 sealed. White Stripes, $149.99. The White Stripes 9 miles from the White City, that's also sealed, $200, $199.99. Danger Mouse and the Sparkle Horse present Dark Night of the Soul. That is $49.99. $49.99. Sparkle Horse Dreamt for Light Years in the Belly of a Mountain. That is $79.99. $79.99. Sparkle Horse. Ringo's Rotogravure. That is sealed from 1976. $34.99. Baby blue label or black on the Sparkle Horse. This one that's just Sparkle Horse is on a black label. It's on a black label. We have that 2012. Tycoon is sealed with hype sticker, $19.99, 1978. Cat Stevens Back to Earth, $14.99. Karate in the Fish Tank 12, $39.99 from 2005. We have Evelyn. That is $119.99. That's yellow and blue vinyl from 2010. Evelyn, $119.99. The Fall, the Real New Fall LP. That is on baby blue vinyl, $119.99, $120. Elkland Apart. Elkland is $9.99. Paul McCartney, Memory Almost Full, $149.99. $149.99. That's his 2007 album, Memory Almost Full. Can't remember this one. Black Moth Super Rainbow Cobra Juicy. That is $89.99. 2012 orange splatter vinyl. Oh man, I forgot this title again. Gosh. I'm going to have to write that on get that tattooed on my hand. Y'all going to think, man, what is wrong with Chad? He can't remember it. $129.99. Godfrey. Way off on that one. $129.99. I still haven't got that memorized. Gautier. Thank you, Sean. Gautier. Goodness gracious. I can't remember that. I cannot remember that. The Santa Gold was $199.99. Gautier. Thanks, everybody. I got to have to write that down and stare in the mirror and say that over and over. Gautier. Yeah, that's $199.99. That's $200 for the Santa Gold. Billy Joe, 52nd Street. Some people asked about that. It's still available, $14.99. Pet Sounds is still available. That's also $200. That's a VG Plus, $199.99. VG minus sleeve. Pet Sounds. Human Beings, Nobody But Me. That's a VG, $24.99. Arlo Guthrie, VG Plus, $29.99. Doug Sam, Rough Edges is a VG Plus, $34.99. VG Plus, $34.99. The Beatles, Something New is EX, $49.99. Something New, 1964 Scranton Press. Introducing the Beatles, that's a bootleg copy, counterfeit. The Black Heart Procession is $26.99. D. Watt Utsi, Dark Party, $19.99. In the Fish Tank 11, the Black Heart Procession and Soul Bakken, that is $24.99. Pamela Yeager is going to get the Beach Boys Pet Sounds. So to Pamela Yeager. Always people ask, do you have OG Pet Sounds? I did for about 20 minutes, or I guess for about 4 hours. It's gone now. Jason F. on Sparkle Horse, $65. Let me figure out. Jason was asking about this one, 70. Let's see. That one, I thought it was 75. I was about to say yes to 65. Let's do 70, Jason. That's $10 off. I'll save Sparkle Horse for 70. Let me know if that works for you. I've already got it laid in the sold pile. The Beatles Story, $39.99. We might want to let Chris Gardner know he's watching an old feed. The Yes album is $19.99. The Yes album. The Blackheart Procession, $59.99. Abbey Road, 1969 UK, $199.99. Abbey Road. The Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl is $29.99. Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. Musical Chairs, Fall on Deaf Ears. Musical Chairs is $24.99. That's from 1982. Really surprised no one got this. It's not an OG, but it's a beautiful copy. It's an 82 Carlton press. Has a barcode on the back. Also really nice. I mean, just everything. Gatefold, nothing, no wear, corners. Even the inner sleeves are nice. And this is really nice. $64.99 on that. I already had an offer for $50, I think. I turned it down. Would you take $170 for Santa Gold? Let's see, 20, 10, 180. Let's do 180, Mr. Rogers. Let's do 180. Perfect copy, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and lay it over here and sold. How could Preston say no, right? Would you, and tell me more about Abbey Road like the Matrix, okay? So this is Abbey Road, PCS 7088. Sell Preston the Santa Gold for $175. Sold to Preston for $175. YEX 749-4. It looks like an H and a P, or a P and an H. And then there's a 2 over here. An EMI recording, 33 1/3 MFD, manufactured in UK. Side 1, Abbey Road. Labels matrix is YEX 749. YEX, the run out is YEX 749-4. Like I said, it looks like a P and an H sideways, and then 2. And this is a beautiful copy. I actually want to listen to this. I look forward to listening to this. What a nice copy of Abbey Road. And we have that as a 69 UK. B-side, -2, -3, or -4. Side 2 is -3. This is actually YEX 750. There's more information on this side. YEX 750-3. And then another, I guess that's an H, and then a P again. And over here it has WTM or WFM. That looks like, no, that is HTM maybe. HTM. YEX 750-3. There's also, that might actually say CJ instead of PH. Yeah, that right there is superb. That should be in the Smithsonian. That should be in the Smithsonian. It doesn't have Her Majesty on it. I think this is a I think that might be, it's 69 for sure. I don't know if that's quote first press, but it doesn't have Her Majesty. So yeah, that's a keeper. I'm not going to keep it. I already have multitudes of those. I know I have a 69 UK, what I think is a first press, but I hadn't seen it. It's somewhere in a crate in my house. Yes Songs is $39.99. Karen Elson, live at Third Man Records. This has the die-cut sleeve. You can change out the color of her dress. That is sealed, $100. Jack White is $74.99. Blunderbuss. Paul McCartney, $29.99. Third Man Records, single releases 2011, $89.99. And Jack White with the lenticular cover. That's live at Third Man Records from 2012. That's also $200. Okay, so that's all left. Somebody asked about Pearl Bailey when we came back live. Pearl Bailey is still available. Let me now start the half-off stuff. I'm going to go to the back and grab a crate. I'm going to fill it up with half-off records. And I got new arrivals still, but we're going to do those tomorrow night. We're going to do those tomorrow night so we can have plenty of stuff. John isn't here to price. And Oingo. Chris, I was just telling everybody you were watching the wrong sale. Yes, all the Oingo Boingo is sold. Here's the only Oingo Boingo I have not put up, and it's a buy it now. It's $100. It is sealed. This is the only one I have left. This is the only Oingo Boingo, and this is sealed with hype sticker. There's a tear in the shrink wrap. Oingo Boingo, and that is $99.99, 1987 sealed. Last chest set for the white stripes, $280. See, if I put those on Discogs, I don't know exactly what they're going to bring. Michael Nath, what did I count earlier? 310. I tell you what, let's make a $5 bump. A $5 bump, $285. So yeah, I got that Oingo Boingo album. So here's the album that's sealed. Okay, sealed with hype sticker. It's $100. $285 when they're yours, Mr. Nath. And then there is the same thing on the 7-inch singles. Really, and I just showed that. That has not been shown tonight until right now. That was shown earlier for $74.99. I think there was 0 active of those on Discogs. I may be wrong. I looked up something like that, and it was 0 active. Michael Nath on $285, and Brent Rabley wants Doug Sam details. All right, Tanner, let's do $285 on these 2 white stripes. When I get fair offers on sealed stuff, I go ahead and sell it. Sealed is a unique thing because it's like, well, at this point they're collectibles, or do you open them? So that'll be up to Michael Nath now. They're his, pending payment, but I can promise you he's going to pay for them. $285. Those sold to Michael Nath. I almost said Michael Nath and Doug Sam. Let me find that for Brent Rabley. Doug Sam was a VG Plus, $34.99. Doug Sam, Rough Edges. 1973 Pittman Press. This album actually literally has rough edges. It has some cover damage. Or is that actually part of the cover? Yeah, that's unless it's made like that, this literally has rough edges, which is the name of the album, with Sir Douglas Quintet. That's a VG Plus, $34.99. Paul Bill says he would get $75.99 for the sealed Oingo Boingo. The sealed Oingo Boingo for $75. Let's see, 20. Paul, let's make that 81. Let's make that $81.99. Wow. $81.99. How could you say no? All righty. I didn't? Oh, they thought we lost connection? Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was in the back. Seth's over here complaining. Gosh, why haven't I fired you already tonight? Tanner, you missed a classic moment when Scott Apple got on earlier tonight. Yep, but he also took sides against Seth too. How much is 7-inch Oingo Boingo? Okay, Paul Beal is going to buy this. He countered at $79.99. Sell this to Paul Beal for $79.99. And then Chris Gardner, the 7-inch, which is, I'm pretty sure this is the full album. They've just got it broken down. Let me check it here. New Generation. Yeah, this is the full album. They've just broke it down into 7-inch singles. They've broken down to 7-inch singles, and this one has all the sleeves, and it has a poster or some kind of flip out. I guess this is a poster. Yeah, has a poster with it. That is $74.99. $74.99. Okay. Sound gone. He's in the back. 28. All right, we're going to sell Brent Rabel that. So we just sold that one Boingo for $80 to Paul Beal. That one's $75. And we're going to sell Doug Sam to Brent Rabel for $28. Boy, we've sold a lot of records tonight. Thanks, everybody. And we're about to sell a lot more. Half off vintage. I'm going to tell you the half off price. I'm about to start talking really fast so we can go through at least 2 of these bins, maybe 3 tonight. The Flying Platters. The Platters. Half off price, $10. The Platters, $10. OCBC. Oh, let me sound this one out. OCBisa. OCBisa. Heads. That's a VG Plus, $10. So $10, $10. Tar Babies, $10. Doc Smith, first to the Platters. Rob Show, first to OCBC. OCBisa. John Porter, you were second to the Platters. Oscar Peterson, The Way I Really Play. Oscar Peterson, $10. City Heat, original motion picture soundtrack. Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds. That's got to be a good movie. City Heat, $10. Looks like 1940s North. City of Love, original motion picture soundtrack. There's Scarface. Michael Corleone. $12.50. Hotel is $7.50 for Hotel. Graham Nash, Wild Tales. Graham Nash is $10. And Pilot. Whoa, 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 it's magic. Pilot is $10. That's their self-titled album. Arms Akimbo. This is not The Late Show. Arms Akimbo is $7.50. And Robert Palmer, Clues. Robert Palmer was $10. So Tanner, that stack. Brent Rabel got Doug Sam for $28. Doc Smith got the Planters. Rob Show got OCBisa. And Sean Fairweather wants to know Tar Babies label. Tar Babies label. Fried Milk is the name of the album. It's on SST. Wow. And that's $10 if you want that, Sean. I'll lay it over here. I have a feeling he's going to say yes. Mel Webster wants OP. Mel Webster on OP, and that was Oscar Peterson. Mel Webster was first to Oscar Peterson. Doc, it had just sold. Nick Pullen wants The Sea of Love. That's sold to Nick Pullen. Sean did say he'll want Tar Babies. There's Sean Fairweather's Tar Babies. And Rob Show says, no, I was telling you the name. Never mind on the OCBisa. Rob Show was just helping me out there. Never mind on that. So if anybody still wants that, it's still available. It's a VG Plus on Decca for $10. We still have that. Robert Palmer, Arms Amico, Pilot, Graham Nash, Hotel. Got some good titles in this half-off bin. Everything's half off. I'm telling you the half-off price. Like Dennis DeYoung, Desert Moon, $10 on Dennis DeYoung, Desert Moon. Nick Lowe, Nick the Knife, also $10. $10, $10. Rockabilly Classics, that is $10. Roy Hall, Bobby Helms, Brenda Lee, Johnny Carroll, Johnny Burnett, Justin Tubb, Moon Mulligan. That is $10. That was the artist on side 1. George Benson, White Rabbit, VG Plus, $10. George Benson, White Rabbit, VG Plus, $10 on that. We have Naughty by Nature. Wow. More Until I Join You. B-side is Nothing to Lose. Naughty by Nature, 12-inch single, $10 from 1997. Romulu on GB, that's George Benson. Rich Group wants to know the condition of Graham Nash. Graham Nash, we got a solid VG Plus or better cover, textured, original inner sleeve, and super clean vinyl. No condition notes on that. You'll be very happy with it. That's still available if you want it. $10. Hooters, One Way Home. Hooters is $10. Iron Butterfly, Metamorphosis. Iron Butterfly is $10. Lori and the Size. Lori and the Size, $5. Sammy's Back on Broadway. Sammy Davis Jr. That's a VG plus, $4. Sammy Davis Jr. VG plus $4. Chris Christopherson. Jesus Was a Capricorn. VG plus $5. Rich Group is going to take the Graham Nash. Condition of Naughty by Nature. I didn't have any notes on the vinyl. Nothing really wrong with the cover. I mean, it shows a little bit of ring wear where it's 2 LPs in this single jacket. But yeah, very nice. Very nice. Nick Bagaron on Sammy Davis Jr. That's sold to Nick Bagaron, Sammy Davis Jr. A little touch of Schmilson in the Night. That's by Mr. Harry Nilsson. Clean copy, really nice. Gatefold Orange RCA, $10 on that. Roy Orbison, Regeneration, $7.50 on Roy Orbison. Dr. Hook, Sloppy Seconds. Dr. Hook is $10. Nick Bagarin also wants Harry Nilsson. John Porter on the Chris Christopherson, Jesus Was a Capricorn. And Fred says, what was before George Benson? We had Dennis DeYoung, Nick Lowe, Rockabilly Classics, Hooters, Iron Butterfly, Lori, Naughty by Nature, Roy Orbison, and Dr. Hook. Nick Bagarin wants Roy Orbison. Hold offers until I'm done with the crate, until we're going back through them a second time. That will really speed up the process. Roseanne Cash, Somewhere in the Stars. Roseanne Cash is $5. Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA, $5. Groundhogs, Crosscut Saw, $8 for Groundhogs. Leslie Holt wants RV. I bet she meant RC for Roseanne Cash. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Charlie Daniels Band, Full Moon, $12.50. A local. I was in Mount Juliet yesterday. Drove by a big old mural of Charlie Daniels. Full Moon, $12.50. Mom's Apple Pie, Music. Mom's Apple Pie number 2. Yeah, that's what it's called. Ignore this. It looks like a box for a master tape. Mom's Apple Pie number 2, $10 after the half off. John Porter on Charlie Daniels. That's sold to John Porter. What's the Rockabilly title condition price? That is Rockabilly Classics. It's actually in shrink wrap. It is a true near mint minus, and it is $10 after the half off. Huge Glass Eye, $7.50. Lou Christie, Lightning Strikes, $7.50. Welcome to Hamilton Camp, 1969 green Warner Brothers label, $7.50. Hamilton Camp. Fred Carnell is sold on the Rockabilly Classics. Mother's Finest, Iron Age. Mother's Finest is $10. Iron Age, $10. The Electric Horseman, soundtrack by Willie Nelson. The Electric Horseman, $10. John Duran, you were second on Rockabilly. Steve Botsford, first to Mother's Finest. Steve Botsford first on Mother's Finest. That's sold to Steve Botsford. John Porter second. Instrumental Golden Goodies. Instrumental Golden Goodies, Volume 13. The original hits. $6.50 on that. Golden Goodies. Montana. I Love Music. $5 on Montana. I Love Music. War Child by Jethro Tull. $10. Green Chrysalis label. Clean copy. John Duran first on the Oldies. That's sold to John Duran. Quincy Jones Roots, The Saga of an American Family. VG Plus, $7.50. Beatle Talk, $10. Beatle Talk, The Way They Were in '64. Beatle Talk is $10. That's a Beatles interview disc. Exile, well, that's one you don't see too often. VG Plus, $4. Exile, Don't Leave Me This Way. Don't Leave Me This Way by Exile. VG Plus, $4. Aang's English, John Fred and his Playboy Band. That is $10. Judy in Disguise with Glasses. $10 on John Fred. Steve Winwood, Talking Back to the Night. Steve Winwood is $10. Paul Cantor, Grace Slick, and David Freeberg. Baron von Kalbooth and the Chrome Sun. With the insert, $10. With the insert, which I guess is not the inner sleeve. There's an actual lyric insert with it, it looks like. Cleopatra soundtrack. That is $10. The original Cleopatra soundtrack. Live Elvin Bishop, Raising Hell. Elvin Bishop is $10. Here They Come, Paul Revere and the Raiders. $6.50 on Paul Revere and the Raiders. Butterfly Lake, Paul Massey. Butterfly Lake, Paul Massey. M-A-S-S-E. $7.50. Steve Botsford first to Elvin Bishop. That's sold to Steve Botsford. Tranquility Silver. Tranquility Silver. That is $7.50. Let's see. Skyhook. Skyhook's Ego is Not a Dirty Word. Skyhook, $7.50. Hamilton Streetcar, $15 after the half off. Hamilton Streetcar. That was originally $29.99. It's on Dot Records. Pat Metheny, New Chatuka. Definitely mispronounced that. Pat Metheny, though, $7.50. Brave Belt 2, $10 for Brave Belt 2. John Entwistle from The Who, the bass player from The Who. Rigor Mortis Sets In. $10 for John Entwistle. Milt Jackson with Frank West and Bobby Jasper. Bags and Flutes. Old Black Atlantic label there. That is $10 for Milt Jackson. Joni Mitchell, Hijara. Joni Mitchell, $10. Steve Botsford first on Entwistle. Doc Smith first on Milt Jackson. Those are both sold. Leon Everett, $7.50. Another Lou Christie Lightning Strikes, $5 on that one. Charlie Daniels Windows, and we got two different copies. They're pretty much look the same. They're both $12.50. Charlie Daniels Windows. Charlie Daniels, and John Anderson, Blue Skies Again. That's the country John Anderson. $7.50. John Anderson. All right, I'm going to read through those titles one more time. Just read titles. If you want prices, let me know. Those were all half off. I'm going to try to go through another bin as soon as this one's over. Try to go through two tonight. Greg Stone first to the John Anderson. That's sold to Greg Stone. Leslie, you were second. We have City Heat soundtrack. We have Hotel, Pilot, Arms Akmebo, Robert Palmer Clues, O.C. Bisa Heads, Dennis Day Young. Mike Kennedy wants to make an offer on that, and Steve Winwood. Nick Lowe, Hooters, Iron Butterfly, Lori, Naughty by Nature, 5 Axel. I'll do that for $8 if you want it. I'll do that for $8. Dr. Hook, Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA, Groundhogs, Mom's Apple Pie, Glass Eye, Huge, Lou Christie, Lightning Strikes, Hamilton Camp, Electric Horseman soundtrack, Montana, Jethro Tull, Bungle in the Jungle, Quincy Jones Roots, Beatle Talk, Exile, John Fred, Steve Winwood. Sell these to Mike Kennedy both for $15. $7.50, $7.50. Axel, 8 on Naughty by Nature. Brent Rabley, Groundhogs, 5. Let me see here. 8. That was 8 after the half off. So, okay. So, yeah, sell that to Brent Rabley for $5. Groundhogs. Tranquility. Eyes Not a Dirty Word. Skyhooks. Hamilton Streetcar. Pat Metheny. Brave Belt. Joni Mitchell. Leon Everett. Lou Christie. Charlie Daniels. Charlie Daniels. What tracks on Naughty by Nature? More Until I Join You. Album version, instrumental. And then Nothing to Lose, live, album version, and live instrumental. So 2 tracks, 4 different versions. 2 different LPs. Wayne says he'd give 6 for Dr. Hook. Let's go ahead and sell him Dr. Hook for $6. Anybody else? Michael Church, I just sold it. Anybody else before I go fill up another crate? Rick Perrine said 5 on Raiders. Let me figure out what we got here. Sell that to Rick Perrine for $5. JT price. The half off price was $10. War Child. The man with the flute. Members of Brave Belt, future BTO, guess who? There you go. Aaron says he would give 6 for OCBCA. Sell that to Aaron for 6. John Porter said he'd give 8 for Jethro Tull. Sold to John Porter. Leslie said 5 on Joni Mitchell. Sold to Leslie. Cleopatra, is that the movie soundtrack? And what? Yes, this is the original Cleopatra, as in Richard, Elizabeth Taylor. Let me see here. This is Richard Burton, Elizabeth Taylor, Cleopatra. Yes, I had their first. I knew their names. Didn't want to misquote that, but yes, Richard Burton, Elizabeth Taylor. That's the classic Cleopatra movie from what year? This came out in. Richard Burton played Mark Antony. Rex Harrison is Julius Caesar. Looking for a copyright. The half off price is $10. And this is. I don't know what year this soundtrack came out. I was trying to get a year on the movie, but they don't have one on here. Early 60s, maybe. Late 50s, early 60s. Rob said 61. That would be close, yeah. Let's see here. Nick wants it for 10. Patty, if you want it for 10, you can have it. If not, we'll sell it to Nick. That is up to you. How much was apple pie? Apple pie was $10. Apple pie was $10. Mom's apple pie number 2. After the half off. Patty says she'll take it at the half off price. Okay, I'm going to keep these. If anybody else has any more questions or offers, Naughty by Nature is still available. If anybody wants that for 8. Originally 20, half off was 10. I said I'd take 8. Let me go fill up another crate. I'll pull more from that same section. I got those. Maybe grab some more soundtrack. I grabbed a couple random soundtracks out. That's what I did with those. Okay. Back. I'm back. All right, guess what I found, Nick Pullen? Guess what I found? Another Cleopatra soundtrack. Nick, let me know if you want this one as well. Same price. How could you say no? Greg said, would you do $7.50 on apple pie? Yes. Sell that to Greg Stone for $7.50. Jeff, I've already turned down a $5 offer on Naughty by Nature. Greg, Axel already offered 5. That's the only thing we didn't sell in there. Okay. Here we go. Half off records. The Four Tops, changing times. The Four Tops is $7.50. Axel said he'll take the Naughty by Nature for $8. Sold to Axel for $8. Four Tops is $7.50. Rhinoceros is $15. I'm telling you the half off price, by the way. Rhinoceros is $15. John Porter first on the Four Tops, sold to John Porter. The Rose Garden is $12.50. The Rose Garden, $12.50. Gary Glitter, the leader, Gary Glitter, $10 after the half off. Rock and Roll Part 2, that has the Hey song on it. Gary Glitter. Bobby Gosh is $5. Bobby Gosh. Run for Your Life, the Tarney Spencer Band, $7.50. Liar, Set the World on Fire, $7.50 for Liar. Light My Fire with Classical Gas, the Challengers, that is sealed, $10. That's an original sealed copy. Loggins and Messina, Sitting In, $5 for Loggins. This has Danny's song on it. Loggins and Messina. Shakespeare's Macbeth, great scenes from Shakespeare's Macbeth, spoken word record with the booklet, $10 on that. W.C. Fields Festival, The Great Radio Feuds, $7.50. Doctor and the Medics, Spirit in the Sky, 12-inch single, that is $10. B-side is Miracle of the Age on IRS label. The Cats and Cants Singing Orchestral Circus is $10. Patty Anderson Williams on Macbeth, that's sold to Patty Williams. Vern Gotson, Never My Love, sealed, $15, sealed copy, Vern Gotson. The Bellamy Brothers Greatest Hits, $7.50. Linda Ronstadt, Mad Love, Linda Ronstadt is $5. Russian Women, Ted Lindsay and the Democrats, Russian Women, sealed, $12.50. That's a sealed copy. James Taylor, Dad Loves His Work, $7.50. Nick Bagarin first on BB, which was the Bellamy Brothers. Greg Stone, You Were second. John Porter first on Linda Ronstadt. Slade, Nobody's Fools. Slade is $10. Grace Slick, Welcome to the Wrecking Ball. Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane, $10. Another Slade, Stomp Your Hands, Clap Your Feet. Slade is $12.50. That's in shrink wrap. Romelu Wants JT. That's that's James Taylor. So that's a Romelu, James Taylor, So Do You. Moody Blues, A Question of Balance, $7.50. Moody Blues Octave, $10. String Driven Thing, $10. And Porter Wagner Country, $6.50. Price on Spirit in the Sky. That was a 12-inch single from Doctor and the Medics, and that was $10. $10. I was in a band with the singers from Ted Lindsay. We were Zone 5. That's pretty cool. Zone 5. That's an interesting name. I'm going to start a band and call it 007. What do you think, Seth? Excuse me, I'm on water break right now. Scott Smith, both Slade, $10. Sold. Scott Smith, both Slade, $10. Slade 1, Slade 2, $20. Both of those to Scott Smith. Nick says, Bundle Moody. I think there's only been 2. The half-off prices are $10 and $7.50. That's $17.50. I'll take $15 for both of them. That's an additional $2.50 in savings. Porter Wagner, Simple as I Am, $7.50 on Porter. Wells Fargo, On Stage, $10 for Wells Fargo. Marvin Rainwater, $10 on Marvin Rainwater. Brownsville Station, A Night on the Town, $10 on Brownsville Station. The Outsiders, album number 2, The Outsiders, $10. Great Rhythm and Blues Oldies, Amos Melbourne, $10. This is Roy Milton, Volume 9, $10. Johnny Otis, $10. The Outsiders in, $10. Nick, let me know if you pass on a bundle deal. Let me at least know pass or yes. Otherwise, I don't know if I've lost you or not. Season Desist 007. And models, yeah. I guess I don't need to start a band. Angela Leckington on Loggins and Messina. That was right back here. Let me sell that to Angela Leckington, Loggins and Messina. Songs on Brownsville. Give me a second on that one. Michael Nath on Milborn. That's great oldies. Rhythm and blues oldies. Michael Nath first on Otis. And that just leaves Roy Milton. So John Duran, Michael Nath got 2 of them. I still got Roy Milton, which is $10 if you want that. Tracks on Brownsville Station. Rock with the Music, I Got Time, Lovin' Lady Lee, Mad for Me, Mr. Robert, Wanted Dead or Alive, Country Flavor, Jonas Here to Stay, Leaving Here, The Man Who Wanted More. Let me guess, you were looking for Smoking in the Boys' Room? Toto Hydra, $10 on Toto Hydra. Marian Maiden by It's a Beautiful Day. That's the name of the band. It's a Beautiful Day. That copy's in shrink wrap. $12.50. Really nice copy. Rank and File is $7.50. 9 times out of 10, if somebody asks a track listing, I know what song they're looking for. And usually I just say Smoking in the Boys' Room isn't on there. That's the easiest way to do that. So usually the easiest way is just ask if that song's on there. That way it saves a lot of time. Alan Freed's Memory Lane, the 14 original hit recordings, $7.50. Alan Freed, Memory Lane, $7.50. Quicksilver. Quicksilver is $10. Shady Grove, Quicksilver. Bobby Markran, Golden Classics, that is $10. The Mercy Seat, $7.50. Outlaws, Playing to Win, $10 on the Outlaws. The Fools Heavy Mental, $7.50. The Teenagers featuring Frankie Lyman, that's a 70s pressing, $10, pressed in the 70s. The true first pressings of that, not easy to come by. That already show Hot Tuna. There it is again if I didn't. Hot Tuna is a VG copy, $5. Ayla Loita Haynes Music. I got that kind of close. That's a VG Plus, $7.50. Rick Wakeman, The 6 Wives of Henry VIII. That's an EX copy, $8 on Rick Wakeman. Paper Lace. Paper Lace is a VG copy, $5. Charles Erland, Living Black. That's on Prestige. Does have some noticeable cover damage. $10 after the half off. Charles Erland, Living Black. Charles Erland. We have, let's see, I never can figure out what the actual name of this. This is Big Daddy, Meanwhile Back in the States. There's so much written on the, I don't know if it's TV Guys or, I never could figure out this title. It's Big Daddy, Meanwhile Back in the Streets. That is $7.50. Charles Platter condition. The vinyl, we have no condition notes on it. It actually looks really nice and clean. The cover is VG minus because of the wet corner. But other than that, it is nice if it will just go back in its sleeve. Yeah, $10 after the half off on that. Malcolm McLaren. Yep, Malcolm McLaren, $7.50. The Sugar Shop, that's in shrink wrap. The Sugar Shop is $15. Very clean copy. Doc Smith wants the Charles Erland. That's sold to Doc Smith. The Outsiders, album number 2, $10. Arbuckle, $10. PJ Proby, Nikki Hokey, $5. Jan and Dean, Filet of Soul, $7.50. Bethlehem Asylum, Commit Yourself, $10. Bethlehem Asylum, Commit Yourself, $10. Loretta Lynn, I Lie, that's $5 for Loretta. Jan Hammer, Miami Vice theme from the soundtrack from Miami Vice, that's $7.50. Ran, highlights from the original soundtrack from the film Ran, that is $15 after the half off. And the Revolution soundtrack, which is music by Quicksilver Messenger Service, the Steve Miller Band, and Mother Earth. Really clean looking copy. That is $10 after the half off. All right, I'm going to read through these titles very, very quickly. Last crate of the night, all half-off records. If you have any questions, offers, prices, let me know. We have Clay Moore says he'll take the teenagers. Clay Moore said he'll take the teenagers. That's sold to Clay Moore. Matthew Christ is at 7 on Gary Glitter. That was the next. $7 on Gary Glitter. That was... It was right in here. Let me see if I can track it. There it is. That is sold to Matthew Chris for 7. Brent said Ran and the teenagers are 20. We've already sold the teenagers, so let me know if you want to readjust that. Scott Smith put Rev. He put Tev and he meant Rev. So sell that to Scott Smith. Revolution at half off. Craig offered 5 for Miami Vice and Arthur offered 6. Well, Craig, you can have it for $1 more if you want that. Let me know if you want the Miami Vice for 6. If not, it's Arthur's for 6. Brent Rabley offered 10 for Ran. That's sold to Brent Rabley for 10. And John Porter is at 7 on the Outlaws. And that is this one right here. Everybody was sitting on those offers. John Porter's at 7 on the Outlaws. Craig says he'll take that for 6. I'm going to read through these titles very quickly. One more time. Liar, great hair metal band, according to Derek Clark. There's tonight's recommendation. Outsiders soundtrack. You did not. You heard the band, The Outsiders. The Outsiders soundtrack would have been put up for auction, and there would have been a lot of people bidding on it. Here's what's left. If you want prices, let me know. Or if you already want to make offers, let me know. Rhinoceros, The Rose Garden, Bobby Gosh, the Tarney Spencer Band, Liar, Set the World on Fire, The Challengers, W.C. Fields, Great Radio Feuds, Doctor and the Medics, Kaz and Kant, Singing Orchestral Circus, Vern Gotson, Never My Love, Janie C. Riley, Harper Valley, From Harper Valley to the Mountaintop, Russian Women, Grace Slick, String Driven Thing, Porter Wagner Country, Moody Blues, Porter Wagner Again, Wells Fargo on Stage, Marvin Rainwater, Outsiders album number 2, In by the Outsiders. There's the last great rhythm and blues oldies comp, which was Roy Milton, $10 after the half off. Brownsville Station, Toto, It's a Beautiful Day, Rank and File, Alan Freed's Memory Lane, Quicksilver, Bobby Macron, The Mercy Seat, The Fools, Hot Tuna, Aliota, Haynes Music, Rick Wakeman, Paper Lace, Big Daddy, Malcolm McLaurin, The Sugar Shop, Outsiders, another album number 2, Arbuckle, PJ Proby, Jan and Dean, Bethlehem Asylum, and Loretta Lynn. Sugar Shop for 5. This is a pristine copy. Wayne, I'll sell this to you for $8. I'll sell this to you for $8. Look how nice. Doesn't get much better looking than that. See if Wayne wants that for 8. Nigel Del Rocket wants Tuna, Malcolm, and MC Proby. Wow, that's a lot. So let me do those next. That's Tuna, Malcolm, MC, and Proby. There's PJ Proby. Let me figure out what MC was. That's Malcolm. That's probably Malcolm McLaurin, Proby, and then Hot Tuna. So all 3 of those. If that's 3 albums, so sell. He said 8 on that. Sell those 3 to Nigel Del Rocket. Russell S. Toto was 10. I'll do 8 on Toto. Same thing. $8 on Toto if you want that. Russell S. Rich, I've already sold Tuna. Fred, I've already sold Malcolm. Nick said JD ? Jan and Dean was $7.50 after the half off. And those were the 3 Nigel wanted. And Paper Lace songs and prices. Paper Lace. Paper Lace is a VG copy, $5. The Night Chicago Died, Billy Don't Be a Hero, Hitching a Ride, Sealed with a Kiss, Love Song, Love, You're All a Long Time Coming, Black Eyed Boys, Dreams Are a 10 Penny, Mary in the Morning, I Did What I Did for Maria, Happy Birthday, Sweet 16, Cheek to Cheek. Russell is in on Toto for $8. Which Loretta Lynn and how much? That's Loretta Lynn, I Lie. That is $5. Loretta Lynn, I Lie, $5. Michael Church said he will take the Paper Lace at half off. All right. Thinned a few more out. Another little stack gone. Anybody else? Leslie sold on Loretta Lynn at half off. That's Jan and Dean, Bethlehem Asylum, Arbuckle, Outsiders, Big Daddy, Rick Wakeman, That Band, The Fools, Mercy Seat, Bobby Macaron, Quicksilver, Alan Freeds, Rake and File, It's a Beautiful Day, Brownsville Station, Roy Milton, The Outsiders, Marvin Rainwater, Wells Fargo, Wagner, Moody, Wagner, String Driven Thing, Grace Slick, Russian Women, Janie C. Riley, Vern Godson, Kaz and Kantz, Doctor and the Medics, W.C. Fields, The Challengers, Liar, Run for Your Life, Tarney Spencer, Bobby Gosh, Rose Garden, and Rhinoceros. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Hopefully our Wi-Fi is working. If not, maybe the data. I have unlimited data, but I think they only allow so much for hotspot, and my Verizon's going to probably lock up. But they're supposed to be here Wednesday to fix our internet. I think if we call and yell at them enough, they'll be here tomorrow, especially if we threaten to disconnect our service. Because sometimes Spectrum's pretty bad. So, especially when we rely on it to make a living. It's not just like we're trying to play Candy Crush here. We need internet. We're not trying to play RuneScape. We have much more important world-changing things to do. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We've had a great night. Thanks, everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'll see you then.